for Sliggy's channel, but we were talking about the format again. So yeah, EDG, Trace. Another thing I like about the format is like this game has no impact on this stage, but it's still important for like stage 2. It's still important for champs points for EDG. Like this isn't a game where you just sandbagging. Like that change is nice. I like that. I think what makes it more complicated as well is that you have like champions points and then you're basing stage 2 playoffs off of like group stage win-loss. Yeah. Nice pistol from EDG. Just typical Gecko plant. B main post plant. This could be a short day for all teams if it's going the way it looks. Yeah, the infra group match is definitely screwed over because it also like this must have been your experience with EMEA as well. Like EMEA having crazy upset matches that anybody could beat anybody, for me personally, was ruined by the fact that you had the infra group games, because it made permutations impossible to keep an eye on. And you end up in positions where the teams that make playoffs are the ones that don't beat the other teams that made playoffs. My permutations are hard to do anyway, like from our experience last year, right? Like tracking this stuff with Flynn was tricky, but it generally felt like, from at least like what you guys were saying on the desk, it was great that you were tracking it and stuff, but like at the start of the week it was just kind of like win your game and you're set. If you don't, yeah, it's it just makes it a horrible experience to watch to an extent, because it's like, wow, there's so many upsets happening, but you don't know if they actually have any impact whatsoever. But if you do the infra group plays in stage 2, it doesn't really, like permutations, you can still track a lot easier because head-to-heads actually become like trackable. You don't want to do infra group first because you don't have head-to-heads, and you need head-to-heads to make it somewhat of a coherent league. The stage 2 playoffs also have a knockout round? Yes, it'll be the same as this playoffs, I'm pretty sure. Or the situation where where they only make it with 2 wins, yeah. And we know, like, we can assume why they've done it where you play the opposite group first. It's just time. Like, this stage has more games in it than next stage. And I don't think they would have been able to fit the stage 1 fixtures in between the end of Shanghai and the start of Seoul. So they're doing the longer period, the longer stage first, because there's more time to work with. That's got to be it. Because I was losing my mind being like, I don't understand why they've done this way. And it's like, okay, yeah, because it's like, a week of games is kind of like 11 matches this stage, and it's 9 series next stage. Yeah, I mean, like, I hope that people, if we get like a format like this next year, I hope that people don't lose their minds and go, well, it was terrible this year. Like, yeah, it was, but because things were done in the wrong way. Everybody dies, but the bonus is 1 for EDG. Yeah, sorry, I'm not really focusing on this game at this point. I should be. This could be a qualifying game for Shanghai. Wait. It's quite likely to be, no? This is a weird scenario as well. I don't know how I feel about this. This is also a little bit of a fuck-up. No, good. I was going to say, if Trace found themselves in a position where this was EDG for them, I'm a little bit like, how have we got to this position? Like, that would have been a vile, like, format thing for them to be working with, you know? My bad, distraction. No, I think it's a good conversation. Like, this doesn't have much seeding, but I feel like I've been ranting and raving about it So it's actually nice to talk to somebody that's like actually involved in the production of stuff.
就在等 EDG 往 A 点去推进，但 EDG 现在的思路是先往中路走。
And it's also unfair for the teams in the Alpha group to have to play twice in 1 week. Like, I think Pacific had the right idea to make it a 4 broadcast day, so more teams have to play twice in a week. So it's not like one team is getting shafted. Like Wolves having to play twice in the first week sucks for them. For EDG now, playing twice in the last week doesn't fuck them over as much as Wolves have been screwed over, DRG have been screwed over, Billy have been screwed over.
现在可能对于 EDG 来说需要注意一个事情啊，就2次对手在存前分的阶段，其实他们在前期的交火中损失还是蛮大的。一个是第2分，一个是这1分，而且这1分 TE 感觉他们已经下定决心了，就是锋锋只要能抓到人，我就直接。
I like Vitality last week too, right?
拿这1分。
They have to play twice.
第二后生确实也起到了非常好的结果。EDG 的架枪位置还是比较奔放了，刚刚还是个山崩地陷，导致后续 EDG 的补强第一时间是脱节的。
Yeah, Trace actually winning an eco. Okay, so
现在比分还是有一些优势，所以 EDG 还是有很多钱。
Vitality not making plays was both tragic and hilarious.
掌控权。
Lucky for them, it was their own doings that caused them to not miss playoffs.
他们自己应该不是特别满意的，因为康康的中继技能还差很多点，
是
差3个点。Oh yeah!
Because I would have been seething if I'd like you still win the important games. But if you ended up in a position where you're like doing better than the other group, that's the case for everybody really.
但人多，
但他们的思路是 B 点做一波动静打 fake 再转 A点。
I don't think any team who missed out can really complain. I think RRQ could. They lose to Global Esports because they have to play with a sub because their players like food poisoning, I think. And then they lose to T1. At least in EMEA. Yeah, EMEA is just kind of like they shafted themselves. But yeah, like RRQ have big reason to be upset.
但是没枪去断后有点尴尬。点是可以站下来了 ，A 点完全是门户大开 ，T1 这个思路就很明确。
BBL's unfortunate too.
完全把另外一个点放了。
要放点打回防。
Especially having to play foot last.
关键是现在看一下回防的技能，他们确实还是蛮多的，但他们先要拿到点内站位的信息。单眼直接推出来，无敌超杀过来要咬峰峰，但能
Great hit from nobody, and then Kung Kung's behind showstopper. Throws it into where Feng Feng's playing, but eventually gets taken out.
约等于炸死了。
OK， 那这个
Did well to survive. Lao King. I mean, actually, this is a good. I know we're like 5 rounds into it. I'm not really focusing on a lot of the aspects, but like this is a good litmus test for Lao King. Like you're playing up against the best team in China. You've been looking decent. How good are you going to be here?
提速那一瞬间，我立刻交一个反清的终极技能或者非常关键的技能，比如说刚才那个无敌超杀。因为峰峰其实是整个 TE 在回防阶段最重要的那个人，他不进点，这个回防打不了，所以 EDG 就抓着峰峰这个点去针对，起到了非常好的效果。
对。
Hello, Tree Fiddle.
我觉得对于 T 来说要去思考
Tree Fiddy.
因为连续2次对手在打 A 点的过程中，他们都是选择了一个放点打回
Destroy a timeout.
感觉效果都不好。第一次是因为对面的这个隔绝技能比较多，然后第2次是因为对面合理的运用了这个终极技能，去把这1分拿了下来。所以现在对于 T 来说，他们防守边这个1分对他们来说并不是那么保险，而且并不是那么可靠。
是，而这个战术暂停，我觉得调整更倾向于 A 区。 因为其实 T
Time to watch Trace get 6 rounds in a row after this. I mean, yeah, destroy timeouts. How did EDG's Viper stuff looking so far? I mean, they're so good on executes. Like even with like less utility, you're not running Silver Breach, but you still just pack a punch with how you guys play off of each other. See, they've always been throwing the wall. They've always been throwing. Is it just the A one? Because yeah, I mean, if you're attacking, it's. I think they're just playing it almost like you play Lotus. And especially with this comp, like you're gonna have the breach and the omen, I think, towards A. It makes it very scary for a defender to play here, so you can't really do that. Playing here without having the crossfire here is really tricky, and there's a lot of like pressure that comes in with like stunning and fighting this. And then if you manage to, like, if you're holding this or trying to hold this as a defender, you need like 3 bodies over here, kind of like there is at the moment for Trace, which pulls people away from B, which allows easier executes and post plants onto B main.
对，有技能可以直接提供上，他是一把英雄狂徒，他需要去做一些事情。 但在点内手其实非常考验黑贝技能
And
释
the
放的。
good part is like the Viper nerfs with this wall, like still going to be strong because you'd see a lot of teams maybe do like a deeper wall like here to go across, and you'd poison cloud this.
关键 A 点到底有几个人？其实现在 EDG
But you can't pick up the poison cloud. Like we're playing on the old patch for one, so you can still pick it up now. You still have 2 snake bites and stuff. But like in the future, you won't be able to do this without leaving it on the floor and not being able to pick it up again afterwards.
看到了，先接了一个，但被暗眼推了，有惊奇翻腾可以稍微。
The satchel. Kai got way too much space there. Like Smoggy eventually trades for both of them.
做了一波补枪，
但现在也是一个2打2。
Timing, tabby. Oh man, hey bay.
没有把握住。
Neural theft has had to be used too, so they know exactly where he is.
他的位置已经是暴露了。
Don't just fight. Oh my god, I don't think that was good decision making from Fung.
将其带走。
There's like,
就是转到控场位的 Smoggy
oh, for both of them, you're in a 2 versus 2. There's guns on the floor if you can get here.
特别是这种补枪的
They're not on Viper anymore.
时机点是把握的非常好的。
Derek's used to throw the wall that goes into alley and cut the big box on site. Yeah.
出于 Nobody 意料之外的
啊，
并且在管道里的多人的前景也是。
This wall is just good for doing a similar sort of thing.
但这个位置
But
尽力的
yeah, it feels like a wall. Like this is kind of like more of a wall that you expect. But you might also put like a poison cloud here that allows you to like
这一分对 T
sneak in either side. So if you're stood here, you can't see if an attacker's gone through here because the poison cloud covers you up. It's the same as the Viper wall, the Viper orb that's in mid for split.
关键的终极技能怎么教了？
But Zelsis uses a lot for Sentinels.
准确说是惊雷卷地和狂烈之怒。
哎，
因为它是这两个技能，一是可以
And like, you see what I mean?
是可以自己找。
Full bind. There's 4 players over here because there's no answer to this wall.
这样子的话，其实对 EDG
You've got some information getting. You're not playing a KO, so you can't get information and then suppress them if they're going fast. But it means that you are completely playing off of the B site. You're not contesting this at all. You don't even have trips in the main choke. So you can just plant with a gecko here, and you're just sitting back.
这个台阶
There's a rolling thunder though and a Hunter's Fury, so there's like big ultimates to be afraid of. But you're given a lot of openness for Chichu to like Viper's Pit this if he wanted.
需要考虑去往
I
点
guess the worst part is just that he doesn't
球球能不能断
want to.
或者去绕一手。从目前 T1的角度来看，他们肯定是想，我先来到这个 B 点附近，把自己的终极技能交，把点抢下来，绕后回头再说。
哎，正面看一下市场这波火拼，看看，先抓了一个，哦，这跑打。
Like EDG could definitely just sit back and do the whole like B main post plant, but they're actually just pushing out and just taking all of the space that was given to them.
电2个，但还是一个2打3。
第一包
Like EDG Sunset is good.
Smoggy
My concern is, can you play like this up against international teams? Could you go up against, say, like a Heretics
彻底巩固了在上
and
半
have
场前的优
that?
势。
Would you be that
对于 T1来说
cocky to play it off of sight? Or are you going to be like there with your tail between your legs, playing in B main, shaking like a shitting dog?
每一分的放点回防，他们都没有拿到自己想要的效果。
Heard there was an upset? Not really an upset.
回防到点内
I think not an upset at all. I think Nova were solid. The only thing that's upset is me because I was talking about the format.
非常难受的地方。
对，
虽然你看刚才 T1有4个终极技能，但是没有什么特别好的机会去交。
6比1。
I think we're complaining about the format. I think the right teams qualified for playoffs.
还是先重防一手 A， 这个雷击剑
So I don't think China was shafted as much.
在这个半线的位置有点靠外啊，所以雷击剑第一时间没有打出。
EDG, FPX, and Nova will make Shanghai. I love the...
汲取地图上的资源，让自己的终极技能能够充能的更早。
I do love the energy around it now.
所以 EDG 它有非常多的容错率。
再慢磨，哎，但这个过点，洛 king 先抓了一个有暗眼，但是没来得及推出来，直接被康康给抓到了。
这个板是可以穿的，所以也没办法。
I feel like Nova is like a Team Heretics light. That's probably the best comparison I can think of.
康康 Smoggy 各
This is bad though from
距离太
Trace.
远了 ，EDG 把自己的枪械优势发挥的淋漓尽致。那现在这种情况，零的位置其实已经呼之欲出了，所以 EDG 直接大脚步转 A。
这个1v3几乎也没什么特别。
Format should be double a limb all the way from playoffs. No, the first game's a single a limb. So DRG versus Nova is single a limb. Whoever gets knocked, it should be. I agree.
回防第1点位是球球啊，哎，他跳了一下，OK， 先拼一个把球球打掉。
要不要开大
I think I would have liked top 4 to have made playoffs instead of top 6. Like just make it a proper bracket.
是的。
就是这个时间差被 EDG 抓到了。
Or like have it where the top 2 top 3 top seeds have a bye, but there is like a single elimination, a double elimination game for the teams that
那 EDG 再
like lose below it.
下来，现在对 T1来说已经非常。
I think again the only reason why we don't have it is just time.
当时第一
This year is just too crammed in. But next year, if we start in like late January instead of late Feb, there's more like space to do these kind of things. But the year needs to be longer. We can't have like a 7-8 month off season and then what feels like a 7-month on season. Barely that. Feb, March, April, May, June, July, August. But for most teams, it's going to be done like, yeah, 6 months. 8 teams making playoffs would be good when we get to 14 teams in the league. Anywho, full buy. Chichu's gone down, so this Viper Wall's gone down. He's not been able to lurk up. He does have his Poison Cloud here, though. At least for the off-season this year, we'll have Tier 2 starting. Like the 2025 season for Tier 2 starts in September. So like, Northern Europe and stuff will be then. So it's good that Tier 1 get a bit of a break, but there is esports Valorant to be watching. But you know, from working Northern Europe, I'd say that that's a good thing. More viewership, more sponsors, more teams, more interest. More money for me. No, I mean, it's better for the scene. Alright, nice run from Trace. Any Tier 2 teams looking good, you heard? Next to be promoted. Rare Atom are back. Their team's quite good. CCG have a good squad. Maple's new team, which is going well. I've heard a couple of rumors that I'm going to keep to myself. But, all I'm saying is if things work out in Tier 2 for this next stage, you're going to be blown away. Out of left field. Yeah. CCG 3-1 Rare Atom in the finals. So that was like a platform qualifier. There's another platform qualifier that's happening in like May, June, July. But that's a qualifier into a bigger event called the China National Competition. And then whoever does well off of that, based off of points and placements and stuff, they go to Ascension. Which is like, again, August, September. It's not that long away. May 13th? Oh shit, really? What? It's May the 5th now.
所以就知道，如果把点轻易的放出来给对手去安置爆能器，并不是一个最好的选择。关键现在就看谁走楼梯。他这个半线是放的比较高的，所以皮蛋和花车群游都是撞不到这个半线的。
I imagine all of them would be roughly around the same time, though.
打了蛮久了。晚烟火打回防了，有战术监控作为视野的侦测。
Here's the retake. The plant hasn't quite gone in. I mean, this is just brutal fights.
其实没人啊。
Smoggy's on top of the smoke. He's had to hop down. And this Fury right into this corner. Does get the ping onto nobody, but Lowking gets the clearance. One lurking up. He's got half. Everybody peeking up nicely. Know where Chichu is. And he just gets a defuse just before. And they're not spacing out the Splitter International because of LOL. That, for one, yeah. The other part is... the ideal Valorant season starts like late Jan. And for this year, for everybody, it started late Feb. Why? Well, we're watching it. Because China didn't have enough time to basically get everything ready. China announced their partnership teams start of December, and then they had Ascension like literally like New Year's Day. So you need to get people visas, you need to get them moved in, you need to do all of the paperwork, get all that sorted out, get a venue that was built in 30 days as well, apparently. Who they're gonna drop this time? I mean, I think for like Tier 2, playing with 2 imports is definitely worthwhile. Like if I could pick up 2 Koreans or 2 like Russian players and then have like Chinese players from Hong Kong, players from Taiwan, mainland China, like if I could, they speak like good English, you could pretty much put together a good English-speaking roster.
就猎枭加铁臂这两个点，其实这个配合这个组合会导致到 EDG 的点内是不太好站人的。
Even if we start late January, the off-season's still long, right? Yeah, so like, Champs is September, October, November, December, early January is your off-season. So like 4 months of off-season, where Tier 2 esports and off-season events are still happening. Like, we're probably still going to have a Red Bull home ground. We're probably going to still have a Tarek and Ludwig Invitational. We'll probably still have a Convergence. We'll probably still have some other big events, which, you know, fingers crossed they actually happen. Ultimately, for me, I just want, like, Northern Europe and Europe as a whole to do better off-season events. Because last year it was tragic. Yeah, I think an 8-month season, like starting in January, ended in late September, like 8-9 month season, 3 months, 4 months off. I mean, that's good. Again, another execute, another powering through.
应该是 Nobody 是什么控制技能都没吃到的，他顶住了那一波压力。
算计了很久啊，这个暂停回来应该是对 EDG 这。
I mean, I feel better about Trace losing like this than I do about how Trace lost in the Madrid game. Because the Madrid game, Trace were like the better team in good chunks of it. But the problem became more like they kept losing anti-ecos, they kept getting thrifty, they lost clutches. Like this, like they're just not, they're the worst team. EDG are the better team and they're dominating them. What I wouldn't want to see is Trace playing really well, but EDG just still winning ecos, still winning clutches. I think they need to space out events better. I mean, within those like months, yeah, they will do. At least this time they're terrible. I mean, like, genuinely, like, it's just... For me, I really like Trace. I'd love to see them at an international event. But I want EDG to, like, not take the heel off of teams and get complacent. Especially after EDG losing to FBX, the fact that EDG have just, like, dumpstered all gamers and they could potentially dumpster Trace here. That's a good response to have. Like, when you've got EDG and FPX actually both looking like they're on equal footing, beating each other, and just being two, like, rivals at the top of China, that's when the region gets better. And either Trace, if you want to be part of that, like, power struggle, you either deal with the heat or get the fuck out the kitchen, you know?
并且现在 EDG 只有球球一个烟了，康康补掉了 Locking。
Nice shot, at least from YOU. I don't know if I like Luo King staying here. But I don't think he really had much of a chance to get out, to be honest. Rolling Thunder, trying to execute back in. Good mosh. Nice fight from Chichu and good, like, proactiveness from Kung Kung to actually take the space on shot. Really just intelligent fights that Chichu and Kung Kung can take. It's a 2 versus 2. A shock dart would kill him. A shock dart... He's dead. He's dead. Right, Kung Kung 1 versus 2. These are the kind of rounds that I feel that Kung Kung's just going to win. He's 18 HP, and it's just... He's going to have a showstopper too. So they need to, like... He's going to kill both of them. No, he isn't. He gets one of them. Thank Christ. Did a little bit of damage to Kai. See what I mean? No, like, just in those instances, EDG can just make rounds kind of appear from nowhere. Trace have always been an awkward third best, yeah. It was either that they were behind... Well, here in this case, EDG and FPX, but back then it was EDG and Rare Atom. I think it's funny that, like, Rare Atom and Trace barely played each other. And they were fighting for second and third. They just never really... I think EDG's esports CEO shouted at him again after the FPX match. I hope not, because it was... Like EDG are making the right
选
strides.
择进攻开来说，我觉得这个上半场的比分他们是可以接受的。
对，8分是 OK 的。EDG 选
She did it at Madrid and Tokyo.
是有点去忌惮对手的一个双先锋。那来到攻守互换之后，其实对于 TE 来说，他们的进攻主动性将会变得更强。他们可以合理的去利用先锋的技能，然后去完成一些控图。
对
It's a guy. Oh, I think I know the clips.
的经典这个手势啊。
It'd be pretty bad if that was the case.
喷气
限定手势吧。
限定喷气。
OK。那说回到这张地图啊，日落之城其实我们刚刚说到了8分是一个可以接受的结果，主要原因是因为在本次常规赛当中，日落之城在
How's it going for the second series in Pacific?
59.9%的胜率。
是。所以8分对他们来说也是一个相对来说比较及格的分数。
8-7 on Sunset.
怎么去顶了？
对。
DRX was 7-0 up and it was an 8-4 half. Kind of similar to this, I think. And then DRX win the pistol and Genji win the pistol in the bonus, so they're back in it. Okay.
我觉得 TE 还是有非常高的提升空间的。但
why have fans thrown up gang signs? Because they have a little I don't know if you can see it because it might be behind me, but they have like in-game emotes that they have to copy. You got winning Polaris relegation. Well, Hukars looked really good yesterday. Requiem, I think probably Requiem and Hukars, depending on how it goes.
作为 TE 的首选图，所以他们肯定是要尽可能先把自己的选图稳下来的。
I think it's pretty close though, and the fact that we have like the 2 relegated teams, one from Beacon and one from Premier, is cool. I just hope that K10 can maybe, like K10 winning against Formulation would be interesting, but we're not casting that game. We just got to see it as it happens.
但 EDG 明显是有防范的，他们在 B 点是直接放了3个人，并且
Alright, this was Trace's choice. EDG chose to attack first. Now Trace get to attack first. With the Viper wall across here, a trip over by headshot, a camera top mid to watch across here, which is great. I like that camera. It's a simple one, but it's nice. And like, if Trace aren't aware of it, that could just stay up all game. We got the invisible breach bug again from the observers. Ghost breach. Nobody's there to break the turret. I mean, that's a crazy amount of trips. That's such a good read. I wondered why there was a turret, a trip there. It's easy. That's Fung's like pathing. The fact that they still get the kill whilst they're just hounded with utility backside is crazy, though. But what a read. Nice, Lau. 1v2, though, and you don't have to spike. You have 30 seconds. And he's a gentlemate's classic. There's the wingman coming up. He's reloaded. He's giving away his position. He's trying to run away. The wingman's after him as well. Look at him go. He's got... he was on a vengeance mission. I don't know what Luo said to that wingman, but good God. He was about to chase him around the whole fucking map.
这是非常有戏剧性的一幕。对，因为其实不管是花车群游也好，还是皮蛋也好，当他锁定你的那一瞬间，他会有
Yeah, that trip is phenomenal.
其实花车群游是很明显的，
而且他会一直跟着你跑，即便你有烟是没有用的，皮蛋是不吃隔绝效果。
Oh, that was great.
对于 Loking 来说是真的一点。
That wingman was on a complete mission. What did you say about my mom? Basically.
一边是半线，一边是障云，你要铺点后的话，会吃到很多的这个技能效果。
那 T 现在这个情况就很尴尬了。
Not good though. EDG winning both the pistols.
这个 A 区应该会给个山峰地线，红砖路这个位
You
置。
think this is China's chance to win an international? America and EMEA look shaky, and Pacific look good. I think it would do a lot for the fact that it's in their like home country, you know. But, like the form that EDG and FPX are both in.
忍住了啊，没交，没给。
Like, a lot of the other teams are likely to change of who they sent to Madrid, right? We're likely one of the few regions that's going to keep both our teams, especially if Genji lose today. Not a fan of this defensive wall. Depends on how Trace are looking to play. If they're going to try and go through market an awful lot. Sorry, EDG are looking to play? No, sorry, it's EDG's setup. I was going to say, like, why have they got no trips? Because Haodong's like half armor bot. Maybe they were broke? I don't know. Recon in deep. It's not a great recon. I mean, brutal fight. Yeah, it wasn't a great recon because Chi-Chi could just tuck behind his wall. Hebe, okay. He's 35 HP and he has a stun. Lev, Crew, and 100 Thieves. I mean, that's a hell of a mix. And then EMEA, I don't know, like Navi, Fnatic. Be bad if Fnatic don't make it, I guess. Nice shots from Smoggy. I mean, honestly, good eco from Trace. You get a plant. You might scare EDG on various parts of the map, potentially.
OK， 那这一分对 EDG 来说依旧是有惊无险啊。其实
the EDG coach in Vlog is League Worlds Champion assistant coach, so he was pulling rank on them basically.
处理都没有特别好，他们掉的枪感觉会有点多。
The wall is supposed to counter the lurking post plants. It's supposed to stop against like B splits mainly.
办法去利用这个安置爆能器去拿到自己的。
It might also be an element of maybe Trace on post plants don't play in B main consistently.
目前日落之城非常经典的一个。 位置啊，有些盖可喜欢在这个位置投三分球。
But I think it's fair. Like, there's not really that many options of walls that you can do. Maybe this one.
比赛 EDG 这一分
goes across like here.
会比较明显，但黑贝随着上一分的一个多杀之后，他现在
Depends where the poison cloud goes as well.
小神威 pick， 已经看到了。
Oh my god, Feng Feng's about to die again. Where is his form gone?
这个惊喜翻腾还敢进吗？
Where is this like? He's 7 of 14. Where the fuck has Feng Feng gone?
Looking 来了。 Looking 这个位置很关键，他有机会能够抓侧身，但是刚刚好。
I guess we're seeing it in action here, right? Maybe there is an element of like Luo is lurking here and inserting pressure here a lot, so you do have the Viper Wall to help with it. Doesn't matter now because Chi-Chi's just died. But some like Howdog is still here. They're still spraying him. Okay, they do catch him. Don't like that peek from Hebei. Why are we not just playing like post plans? Why are we not making this easier for ourselves? Why, like we're all like spread out so much. And yeah, you're just fighting in too deep. Feng Feng's the one that's alive, and he's been 8 HP the entirety of this round. Oh man, good work, Luo, but that's sloppy.
Looking 感觉消失的有点久了，对 EDG 两个人来说，他们怀疑 Looking 绕自己了。对
，You can put the poison cloud A main.
早期是在集市漏过的，哎，所以去架这个集市绕后重生点的这个角度也是情有可原。
是
I've seen worse walls.
是 Looking 其实压根就没动啊，我就没走。
I don't like the peak that Hebei has after this one.
对。
You guys got this.
T 来说是有点危险的感觉。
Maybe he had nade still.
Looking 兜住了，因为峰峰的血量是有点少的。
上一分 EDG 是个混起嘛。
Different wall here though. One goes for mid. Is this based off any ultimates? Rolling Thunder
来到
perhaps.
这一分，黑贝是已经有自己的终极技能了。
Camera tucked into this corner, which is nice.
电掉了右边的半线。
That Shogda actually got the trip up here. Oh, the one here. Unless... No, Howdong, I thought he might have pulled it back. That's a hell of a shock dart. Paranoids are going to short. Been there reading this very well. Really good decision too, I love this. It's like when you tuck together and bunker up on site on B on ascent. These players were playing split as soon as they get pressured. This is... I guess it works out for Smoggy. They had good like tight play and then they just start to like split away from each other. I guess they're like afraid of the rolling thunder a bit. Nobody gets 2. You're gonna have the push here happening as well. Yeah, Chichu just aiming. Hebei didn't get hit by that, thankfully. But is he going to expect Howdong's lurk? He has the spike, he can get out, he can go towards B again. But you got a camera here, you got a trip here. They're rotating already. And nobody's picking up all of his utility. So nobody's staying. Cypher's rotating. Hebei might have owned this, especially with the... Don't try and plant, don't try and plant. Oh, this is so unlucky. He's right behind this box. And he has ult if he wants it. Nobody. You had like a mountain of utility to use there. Oh my god, this is so tense. Oh, stay on the off angle, don't peek anymore. Is he gonna get cleared? Is he gonna get cleared? Yeah, nicely done, Hebei. Oh, that's a little bit of a silly round for nobody.
timing 对当时 Nobody 来说确实是个好 timing。
对。
但是警觉性黑被真的拉满了。他安装完爆能器之后，他是在不停的这种就是不规则。
Looked like Feng Feng went in there off the back of zero util.
反应过来。
其实当然我们从上帝视角来看，感觉。
I mean that's a hell of a flick to turn around. To be fair.
因为可以拖延时间，而且无敌莎莎但凡。
All right, is that something that can bring this team back into the game? Come on, Trace. Come on. Give us a little bit of fire. This wall again, you got the Viper's Pit across here. You're on an eco too. Right, these are the rounds that Trace wound me up with last time because they would lose when they shouldn't.
TE 的选择应该不会这么简单吧？看一下，虽然他
Did nobody have a molly? He had a wingman, he had a dizzy, and he had his ultimate. He was missing something. He was either missing his wingman and had a molly, or he was missing his molly and had a wingman. Yeah, nobody's about to make up for that last round with some crazy work.
开的中继技能抛出来，神经取息锁定一下 EDG 选手的位置，这就完全打不了了这一分。
Nobody 4K written all over it. Nobody or Smoggy 4K.
Smoggy 已经是被看到了，暗眼要推吗？
有人能补枪吗？好像没有。他这个暗眼只是用来拖时
He's fully flashed.
第一时间出来的。
The way that they're taking fights though is good. All right, Kung Kung might actually get it. No, Kung Kung is his ultimate's over.
这个玩焰火，一炮双响拿到3杀，最后小开面对个1v5。
这个狭窄的通道有点像钢索的断魂索道。
What did I tell you?
几个人全都
What did I tell you?
焰火的炮下。
Every time the EDG need to pull something right out of their assholes,
EDG 总会让你
something like that happens.
意想不到的方式拿下这一分。
对，这分感觉对于 TE 来说，他们就 TE 其实在进攻方经常会有一种感觉，就近点会有点小小的犹豫，而且这个丢丢其实
The nade was perfect.
踩雷飞剑先炸了一个，然后这个晚焰火轰出来的一瞬间，两个人刚刚好是站在了一起。
最尴尬的就是没有办法做提速啊，就当时峰峰也没有第一时间就有机会
without fail
被技能隔了。
但要知道，如果你抱团这么密集，在这个狭窄的管道，那其实不管是踩雷飞剑还是晚焰火，都会有很好的收益。
先吃暗眼，当时 TE
Trace cannot play against ecos to save their life. They can't play up against teams that are not afraid to fight into them.
当时一个踩雷飞剑炸一个，然后 Nobody 点一个之后，晚焰火直接。
It's the same like DRG last week. DRG would just
发生了什么事情？前面他们刚准备去前面看
fighting them so aggressively.
所以我觉得这个可能是一个比较大的教训。
EDG can harness some of that same chaos energy Paper X draws power from. Yeah, I mean, especially Kung Kung. I think the only time that they look bad is when Kung Kung doesn't really have the confidence to go for stuff like this. Like that's, you know, that's what I keep thinking. Like, why do we not see Kung Kung being able to do this at international events? Well, because teams don't give him the respect. They don't give him the space to ramp up like that. Because I swear, most of the plays that Kung Kung comes up with is him getting a kill, getting his ultimate online, getting a kill with the ultimate, getting a kill with a rifle straight after. It's always like some like fighting game combo with Kung Kung each time.
先给群力剑，累积剑，破半线，没问题。破完之后就溜啊，先控一控，一个点了。
但对 TE 来说
I think the worst part is that like Trace have some insane aimers themselves. And like they just like Lowking has been, there we go, like ecoed them back. It's just like DRG. It's just like DRG. There we go. Now please, if we do see EDG on an eco after this, assuming that you win this, because Luo King is pushing like crazy, Smoggy like jump peeked over that. That's cool.
这位置只需要架个过点，死魔鬼手里还有个暗眼，但是一定要留着近点的。山姆地线第一时间是没有跟洛 K 云完成一个完美的协同。Nobody 走骑士，重生点是 Smoggy， 这一分要不要打，现在成为了 EDG 的一个抉择。看他们的选择好像是要拼。
丢丢直接先给
You got a trip they broken. Flash as soon as the trip is hit. Kai can like fight here. He's only got a sheriff.
跑枪吧，对。 因为这两把枪感觉
And then they're just saving the 2 guns. I'm calling it again. EDG, they save 2 rifles. They should be able to buy up again, actually, so they're not going to be on an eco. First time I've ever seen that jump peek. Yeah, me too. I was going to say, like... Oh, they don't get to save the guns, actually. Do they have a buy? Maybe, if they, like, half armor, miss out some utility. Or do they eco because they're like relatively comfortable at this point? That's the question.
然后利用近距离汉影的爆发先完成击杀，感觉没有，就康康第一时间是没有做好准备去接敌的。
这一分也主要是 TE 的进攻比较坚决
啊。 而且补枪效率非常高啊！后续球这个点位真的很尴尬，前后都有人。
The Paperex eco here, no way. And you're right, they have the op. Sorry, my maths is off completely. But I also really like that Kung Kung has the op here. He's one of the few like duelist players that tend to in China.
防守方一般是蝰蛇加0的点位。
康康的明区已经是在 A 点立住了
啊，但如果要打 A 的话。 有可能会撞到康康的明狙，打中路是一个相对来说比较不错的选择。
The comp should be like, for Trace. There's no excuse.
拿到了信息。
Because you have a breach that can stun some of these angles, an Aldrun, which do they still have? Why you still has it?
主烟位啊。
Nobody's position is quite nice. Are they going to assume that this is clear? Doesn't matter. Great trade here from Kai.
同时也拍马赶到，要往 B 点去走。B 点内感觉两个人的。
Aldron's used on B main. Knows that there's somebody in there. Fresh is going to be used. Oh, sorry, Hunter's Fury. Sorry. Nice to get Haldong. Now, Kung Kung's the last live with an operator. And why are you seeing that he has an operator?
又看到康康是把狙了，所以这一分。 可能会绕着脚一下吧，因为现在的经济来说 ，T 还不错，
对，
并且这。
What's the sim? I'm going to go for a Wii, so because maybe there's a bit of a clawback for Trace here because it should be an eco now for EDG. If they get the gun, maybe there's a timeout too. I'm just going to be a B.
把这把明狙缴掉。
哇，康康的明狙上来第一分起出来之后打了一个回防，然后还被缴枪了，
是有
点难受的一分。
哇 ，TE 这个思路啊，他们对于中路。 这个渗透是做得非常坚决的，
但硬要说的话，我觉得是洛 King 的大胆啊，给团队或者是给自己创造了一个能够去操作的机会。是，因为他刚才那个位置，严格意义上来说是非常危险的。哎，而且他是刚刚我们讲到，他是团队的主烟。对，
他如果倒了的话，后续 TE 进攻是没有烟的，没有隔绝技能。
最近这几回 EDG 的终极技能进度已经是非常被拖慢了啊，所以现在这个循环有点打不起来。TE 选择乘胜追击。 再来控 B， 把能量球先控了再说，其他不管。哎，
花车巡游先给，
看一下这个能量球给谁哦。其实黑贝和峰峰都能控，但是从既得利益来说，黑贝控会更理想一些。对，因为黑贝吃了球就立刻有大，
等于是有个保障。黑贝应该要来控这个球了。看一下。
So they have 2 rifles.
不选择控吗
Sorry. I had to go for a Wii now because like in the break, I'll have to set up for Polaris. Shouldn't take too long, but I didn't want to do that and then have to go for a Wii.
手上是有把英雄狂徒在哦，跟 Nobody 有2把狂徒在。
但这个回防有点难打哦。哎，黑贝已经有大了。
I thought Hebe got hit by those shots and it looked very close. Does he flash? Oh, he's spraying at the same time and the nade from oh, for God's sake. 2 versus 3. Planted on the stairs, right in the corner. You don't have the wingman to defuse it. A good spray damage from Kai at least. Alright, you've got the Heretic smoke. Low King getting 2 just through the smoke is great. And great trade again. Getting close.
对于 TE 来说有惊无险啊，近点是打得非常的漂亮，但是阻止 EDG 回防，还是被 EDG 抓到了一些释放技能的 timing 和机会。是，并且 EDG 还打出了一个不错的技能 combo。哎，而且这2分感觉 Locking 的发挥是非常亮眼的，上一分是中路的渗透，然后这一分是一波双杀。哎，大招好像被打断了，只听到了摇这一个字。那感觉这个终极技能应该已经是等于消耗掉了。哇！但这一分拿下对于 TE 来说，至少是是的，求了个心安。
Okie dokie, and there's the last EDG timeout.
赶快叫出。
They could have come back away. I mean, yeah, it's working.
去调整。那这个暂停。
Really, ever since we saw Hebe winning that 1 versus 2 clutch, it's been pretty much back on. What's the score for Paperex DRX? Sorry, DRX Genji. 1-all, okay. 13-11? Wow, that streak of rounds of Genji win on Sunset is crazy. And then a center finish on. That's pretty good for Genji, isn't it? That's a good comeback from them.
T 他可以用铁壁的阵容肆无忌惮的控 B 点的球。哎，你不来3、4个人，其实你是没有办法跟 T 在正面抢这个 B 点。对，抢 B 通主要准确的说是。因为铁壁在 B 通的。
DRX blundered that 7-0 start. Yeah, I mean, what else is new though? DRX kind of trolled on 11-11 too. Yeah, keep me up with the details. Keep me up with the gossip.
还是能够起到枪的。
如果你细心点，你就会发现 T1现在的终极技能完全甚至领先了 EDG 一轮了。这就是不停的控。
Recon dart that's gonna land here, I think.
连锁反应
是兄弟。
That's the one on the pineapple, right? Pineapple tree, palm tree.
声东击西，因为连续几分一直在控 B 点的能量球。 所以这一分 T1选择了
It gets broken.
另一个启动。
We've got Cage here that's trying to get onto this angle, even smoke in here. Because they're aware of the camera, so actually, this is a good adjustment for Trace.
现在对于 T1来说，他们也没有往 B 点去做进攻。
I'll run to clear this, put the pressure on. Camera's still there. Camera's broken. Look at this though. Like EDG are like really starting to struggle on where they want to be fighting and stuff. You've got the Thrash here. Neural Theft on one side, but Kai doesn't have it quite yet. Showstopper one away for Feng. Big fight to win. Ah, fuck man. There's nobody with you. There's no utility. You can't just be taking dry fights like that. Because he might have the operator there, right? That's where like Kung Kung likes to play with it. They'll just walk out onto angles without checking stuff. I swear to God. 3v4. Neural Theft gives all of the information. A crunch is going to happen. Big fight for Chi-Chu to win. If he can get Kai here. Door's been broken. And he just turns around at the perfect time. And he even predicts Kai to be able to peek afterwards. What was the call that round from Trace? What was the plan? What was the plan? All of the stuff in mid was good. But I don't know why Feng Feng's like peeking in alley. I don't know why YOU's not checking the left-hand side. Like, you know how much, like, impact that camera is having. That your early round is there to deal with it. And then once you deal with it, you don't have a second part of the plan. And you also don't predict that after you break this, that somebody might try to push up to keep an eye on it instead. This time the concussion. The breach was over here. Oh my God. Alright, 3 versus 4. Kung Kung's one away from a showstopper, so you know what's going to happen. Neural Theft. He's 25 and 17. Like, the difference between Kung Kung's like Rays in this map versus Feng's is crazy. He gets traded. That's massive considering he had the showstopper. Off angle for Chi-Chu's good. He does more damage to YOU than otherwise. I mean, he's still doing so much damage to both of them. They're both peppered up in a 2 versus 2. Recon that for market. You got a camera and you're both just like breaking it on sight. Oh, where you going? Stay still. Hold the line. Hold the line. Right, now they go back. It's just like a horror film. There are 2 smokes here, no smokes at all across. Shock darts. YOU gets a kill, he gets on this Fury. Shock darts are good. Here's a recon. Oh, the timing's awful though because both players need to reload. He's not on it yet. No, the ping is perfect. The recon dart is perfect there, but Smoggy. Oh, my heart. Good grief. They managed to just hold on. Just holding on.
再来看一下这个中路的遭遇战，其实 EDG 是占了非常大优势的。这玩烟火没炸到人之后还被接了，但这个门关了，让浩东第一时间有点退不回去了。
浩东自己关门把自己堵在外面了，好像。
还剩1名敌人，解决3个，我方还剩1人。
救回1分，对于 T 来说非常 非常大的能缓一口气啊。但是
All right, two chances. Two chances. We all know how this goes.
掉的话就会导致队伍没有烟，在进攻的过程中。
Showstopper still for Kung Kung. He just as a guardian. This is a buy up as well. Like they've bought into this. So they want to put it out of its misery now.
手稳直接先扑出来。
但这个 B 点应该
He's 8 and 19.
洛 King 是没在的。
哎，
再次转点一手。
Lao King's been great though. Like 19 and 20 is pretty good. I mean, he's dying a lot, but
小开在内，所以想运营出来，在最近这2个回合是比较困难的。主要看能不能。
I mean, let's be honest. The whole idea of like let's win on the Nico is very on brand for EDG. And the last time that these two played, actually, it did go to OT.
感觉效果并不会。
So we'll see how it comes together.
直接要转往 A 点转，来到 A 点的话 ，Nobody 的压力将会变得非常大。他每个点都得去看啊，他也很担心这个管道会有人进行单摸。
对于 Nobody 来说，只能是架着一个方向，2条路他是不可能全都看得到的。
哎。
It is wild to me to watch a team that is running Sova and Breach walk everywhere. Hunter's Fury stun off the back of no information. Why are you dice? Because mid was pushed. Fung Fung's in on site. Okay, but Kung Kung still's a showstopper. Are we thinking about that? I mean, they might just stop the plant here. You got a plant? You got a plant? You got a plant? Nobody's on the plant! Oh my god, that is so close! Oh my god! I fucking Low King had to TP onto it. I think he would have just had it.
关键是浩东这个非常诡异的前压，先把架设狂烈之怒的 YOU 给清了。
对，他是后面想打一个时间差，第2时间再去进行一个绕后，但是小开很警觉。
What a weird round.
主要是你射狂烈之怒会有一个怪情。
Fung getting this kill is massively important. But like, there's the showstopper. Literally, Fung having to push this. Such a trade. And like, nobody reacted until they were like, oh shit, nobody's on the plan. They managed to still get a buy together. Chichu has a Viper's Pit if they get a kill. Oh, Haldong goes down though. Big kill. Happened from mid. I don't know if he was just spraying or not. No, it was open. Just caught the timing. What a hero. This young man.
他把浩东一对的话，那 B 点球就成为了比较尴尬的一个位置。哎，这个还不错，峰峰黑
Great kill. Nobody's in on the off angle. The Aldron should clear him though. Really good Aldron. Paranoia. Like this is what all of the other rounds should have been for Trace. This is the kind of comp that you're playing. That's the way that you want to be playing it. Instead of like walking around slowly, the brute force in. Chichu just after 1 versus 4 here. You know, average Chichu round. We do go to OT. Which, considering how that first half looked for Trace, is good innings. Massive pick for Luo. Is it Lao or Luo? I don't know how Fung gets a kill either.
成功是反杀掉对方的 Smoky， 而且后续 T1 的补枪没有任何一个人出纰漏。
是，感觉前点位这种站的比较靠前的一些架枪还是比较危险的。那攻守
Yeah, really nice comeback. I mean, what this
对
round was it? This one?
把你反杀了，那你也没办法。
One of these rounds, like the, it might have been this one even.
刚刚是没有端明。
Like the Hebei 1 versus 2 clutch, Luo.
进攻边感觉如果端明居的话，他们的这个节奏会。
Like that Hebei clutch just honestly did so much for them.
这个明居感觉发挥的空间会比较小。
让你拖延一下前方。哎，这个花车巡游，哎，这是我们刚刚所说的加速效果
啊。但还行，花车巡游没有能够炸出。
Alright, EDG going back to using this wall. It's really good at like pressuring people off of it. The paranoid to go in. The flash as the paranoid comes in to stop this like aggressive play happening. Luo goes down. Like nobody's flash there is perfect. It baited out the utility. They have a response. If the paranoid comes this way, gonna do it this side. Great pick onto Kung Kung. Hebei's fighting. He's fighting alone and he's looking at 2 different angles. Where are you looking? You had the player advantage. Well, you were even on advantage after they made a good play here. Good fight from Fung. Fung's been amazing last couple of rounds. I mean, the great kills. 3 alive, 2 alive.
1v3，
The defusing
出来，
even tags the floor.
送你进下一轮。
13比10
Suddenly the
拿到了
BS is coming out in the other direction.
这一个回合其实能感觉到 YOU 真的是敢承担责任，
哎，
敢打关键操作。这边左边的 Lokin 一旦倒下之后 ，YOU 这位置非常的危险，他知道他必须得打一个。
是的，而且点内啊，峰峰枪很硬，队友给的技能，再包括
Out of turntables, right? It's crazy.
帮助队伍是成功拿到了这至关重
And
要的
an
一分。
after timeout for his troubles. Because both teams get an extra timeout because it's OT.
现在的 EDG 叫出了加时回合的。
Who do you think goes to Shanghai?
来到加时回合之后
EDG FX feel very set.
统治自己的暂停数量。
对，
Honestly, that final spot is really
终归每个队
open.
伍只有一个加一个。
Muggle is speaking? I don't know. I wasn't paying too much attention. I'm just keeping an eye on the Discord to know if I need to like drop
来
in.
到防守方要怎么去做
Because I
调整？
think that the game's starting like an hour.
从目前的角度来看，
I don't want to like
进攻
leave it too late. Yeah, 52 minutes is the first
防
game.
守比较难打，但 T 先啃下来一分防守，这个对自信心上
Do you think Nova stands a chance against DRG? Yeah, I think they have a really good shot that game. I think it's going to be really 50-50.
在 Stage 1来到 VCTCN 的这个进攻方得分率真的太高了。
Is anybody else watching China? I mean, I imagine everybody's going to be
特别是一些
watching
防守前压，
fucking
或者是自己在点内的一些
Pacific,
战
right?
术过程中
Shanghai qualifying day.
自己没有办法进行一个优势的对强，会吃到非常
Because if not, I guess I'll host the main stream
同样的
on Twitch. Because I'll have to go
一名选手起到
probably in like
还是常规的
20, 30 minutes.
哦，这踩雷飞线是直接要给吗？
Alright, big round for Trace.
效果其实还可以啊。
啊，炸点血量。
第一段伤害是炸到了，第二段是很难的。
They went to map 3, yeah.
中路
You think DRG has a chance against Trace? I mean, DRG have already beaten Trace last week, so
但其实中路这个回合看一下，好像没有选择给半线啊。
there's a camera. You broke it. You've got good support here. You're not trying to do anything silly across. You know that the reaction is for this to like crawl in. Haodong was keen on
啊，
like checking it and clearing it.
他每一次都会分一个
So you're having all of the reactions that you want,
断言，会让 EDG 的选手非常难受。
and the plan is to like
国人直接爆出来
keep people glued onto this that you might assume it's an execute. Nobody gets good information.
兜兜转转，还是来到了
Wingman going under the trip
的一个区域。
哎，
catches nothing,
感觉要打一波
这个
提速了。
球要不要
and Chichu's like on the angle. Poison cloud here.
说不定杀两个或者有奇迹呢。
Snake bite in hand as well. Thrown out. Oh, YOU just gets melted. Why is he going first? Oh, I guess because
不过
Feng Feng was already in, so he wasn't in first.
看一下 Looking 的位置 ，Looking 直接
Look at where Kung Kung is.
他在
好像
慢
EDG
摸
没。有人发现他的角度。Smoky 有预警。
This is just a battle of. Oh my god, the timing couldn't have been worse.
而且正面峰峰还
Feng Feng, what the?
进攻的落地在
Oh my god, I swear if he got that, just to dash in to close the
已经
distance.
全部阵亡，康康完成最后一个击杀。
EDG
The timing couldn't have been worse on that. Oh my god, I
加
am.
时
I'm not leaving this.
剑影传到了一个比较深入的位置，对他很灵性打的，但 timing 真的不好，而且 Smoky 很警觉。
当时应该点里的枪声一直在响，然后正面 Smoky 是漏了一下脚步的。
Yeah, timing was horrendous. Feng Feng made a good effort of this though. Look.
太混乱了，导致当时的 Looking 第一时间转了个头。
是13平，进入到第二个加时。
Looking 这把已经拿到了20。
Another round of OT. Trace still have a timeout.
康康这个击杀数已经奔着30个去了。
是的，
29杀的康康，稳定性还是非常不错的。先给一个
There's the attack, poison cloud, and the wall at the same time. He's not going to stay up that long. All of the utility that's going to follow afterwards.
多个阵的角度，目前来看这个角度就是防守前压。
Gecko Flash actually is broken, but it doesn't hit anybody.
保守。
They don't know the YOU's on this like close angle, but that poison cloud should put him off.
果然有
The stun should give it away though. Good trade.
换一，
Why is it that it's your Silver doing that and not anybody else?
但关键后
It's
续
a question for
对
me.
近点会少了一个直接
Like, you have a raise there, and Feng's actually managed to turn this around to be 20 and 20.
4个人防守
What was he like? He was
这种就是防守不到位的点。
9 and 18?
all in吗
8 and 18. He was 8 and 18. Like,
现在康康已经
That's crazy.
走着近点， 所以每一个位置的抢夺都至关的重要。踩雷飞剑先劝退一手。
He had like 18 deaths and it was like a 0.4 KD. So what? He is got 12 kills, 2 deaths in the last few rounds. How has he just turned this on?
而且后东的第二根半线是没有给，应该是被打掉了，可能刚刚。
The poison cloud like snake bite combo is too good. And so is the execute. Thing is with like Chichu, even with like nerfed Viper, you can still do that stuff pretty easily. Just the poison cloud snake bite, making sure that people can't disrupt you whilst you're planting. It's just too strong.
OK， 鲨鱼有点胖感觉。
但小开这份还是得尽力尝试一下，脸上一个隔点烟也管不了那么多了，直接拉着提前枪去吧。
但是感觉这个1v4已经很难了，对面的隔绝技能还是依旧有的，散了。
Anybody peeking? Anybody facing? No, this is like fantastic discipline. Nice crossfire, just buying time. Just well practiced, well versed.
没有任何的办法给到他有任何的容错。
这一分 EDG 进攻 A 区的思路异常的坚决啊！开局等你第一波山峰地线交完之后，管道里我就硬着打。其实从人数上来说 ，TE 是没有站在劣势的第一时间，因为刚开始是个1换1嘛。
对。
They mentally boomed him. Story's going to occur with the same ending. I think that was just a really good execute from EDG. Like Trace just didn't seem to like, you know, you're stunning and having the Sova peek off of this.
再次把盘点拿了下来，现在有机会去终结掉图一。
但对 EDG 来说，他
I wonder if you could do more stuff mid though. You know when you have like the Ray satcheling down tiles. Or even just do what Kung Kung did, where he just walked tiles and managed to catch Luo King. It's like a couple of things that you could do. I think contesting A main is important, but like pushing past that when they have a Viper and a Cypher. I mean, they were just hoping it would be Chichu over there, but it ended up being like, what, 3-4 players?
TE 的选手已经开始击拳了，那就证明战术已经布置成功。是，接下来就看他们的表现了。
哎，暂停回来啊！
啊，康康没花钱哦，没花钱哦。
感觉有可能。
Right though.
来了来了。
But give me optimism. I'm turning my face away with tears in the end of the death of my first VCT channel love. It's not even a seeding game. This one. Like this doesn't like matter about anything. It's just. If anything, it's a good scrim. Really, that's what it's come down to.
因为前几分 TE 其实对于上来就进攻 A 区的这种概率是比较低的。
是。
B 点还在 B 桶里还在露脚步。
感觉这把明军是用来抓 Locking 的，因为 Locking 很喜欢在这个红砖露出来露一下拿信息。
给了个赛博囚笼。
OK， 赛博囚笼
打半线。
Why manages to close the door? And closing the door to try and put pressure up on top of here. It's not often that you see the attack team close the door though on the other side. And they're closing the door to like pull people away. So then they're just gonna go for like the side swipe. Recon close. Stay bite again from Chichu. Chichu's about to like potentially peek on that side. And the up as well for Kung Kung, sorry. And they're back in mid. 30 seconds though, you need to go somewhere. Oh, there goes Luo. You got the breach over here, you got your IGL on one side of the map, and then they're going back towards B! Oh no, Chichu's not falling for that shit. He's on a good angle as well to fight this. 10 seconds, 1 versus 3. All up to Feng Feng. Kung Kung's... yeah, he's putting it down. Yeah, GG's. EDG just seems to always be good in these moments, but like, frankly, a good comeback for Trace. Like, not really expected considering how that first half went, but a good fight back. I mean, they look out of ideas when it goes to OT in moments like this. Like this mid-round call to be in like hokey pokey in around market.
他在中路这个瞬间的定位起到了很好的结果。
是。 最后用明军完成收尾，并且拿到30个击杀。
Right, good map for Kung Kung.
地图其实你能够感觉到 TE
Not bad effort for Trace. I mean, they look better than they did against EDG, that's for sure. But still, like,
并且在进攻方的得分率是非常的理想，但还是一个问题，来到加时感
could be a Shanghai qualifying match.
有好多次
And you've also got, well, you've got all gamers watching in the wings to see what you're doing. So I'm sure all gamers might have a couple of ideas on how to deal with this. But the next map is Breeze. I don't know how much we're going to realistically be able to see of it though, because I've got Polaris in 45 minutes. But I guess we'll see. So